begin the fourth in the Swamp. Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, 23-7. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, and Tracy Wolfson. Marcus Thomas came across, then he got back, I think, and induced the right tackle to motion.
Now, I think it was the tight end on this play, Vern.
Tight end, okay.
Yes.
Before the snap, ball start, number 89, offense.
Yeah.
Zinger. Yep.
And what happened, see, if that would have been the tackle or the guard, they might have called it as an induced penalty, but they will not, with this guy moving, allow this guy to move. It'll be on the wide guy. If you're close enough to it, they'll give you the inducement. When you're 2 players away, they will not.
3rd and 4 becomes 3rd and 9. Bowe and Doucette go right. Davis to the left. Florida showing a 4-man rush. Now Everett is on the corner, the linebacker. They're bringing only 4. Russell fires it, got a man wide open at the 30-yard line. This is Doucette, who has an LSU first down as they climb out of trouble and get near midfield. We begin the fourth, and you began the game talking about special teams. I think we so often overlook the kicking game, but wow.
Well, in an even game, and these are pretty evenly talented teams, something like special teams can be huge, and it has just been a giveaway for LSU. 9 men on the field, 12 men on the field, drop punts, drop kickoffs, block punt, you know, and 55-yard punts from Florida. The kicking game has completely gone to Florida in this football game.
And of course, we begin the fourth with time so much a factor with the new rules. 25-yard pass to Doucette. And here is Jarvis Moss tackling Jacob Hester.
Florida's defensive line substitutes so much. In fact, Greg Madison told us in the meeting that they actually can substitute themselves. They can put their hand up like North Carolina basketball and say, take me out, and you go out, and when you're the starter, you can put yourself back in at any time. So Greg Madison told us there is no reason when we watch film ever to have a loaf, because you can take yourself out anytime.
2nd and 10. Hester in the backfield, blitz coming. Randall lets it go, caught by Davis. Out to the 48-yard line. This might be enough for another first down. Reggie Nelson with the tackle. Let's revisit Gary's keys.
Well, I thought it would be explosive plays in this football game, and all the explosive plays have been really more than just runs and passes. That was just one way to talk about explosive plays. The explosive plays that come in special teams, and that's what's happened. The special teams have been all Florida, but for LSU, a team that can throw the ball deep with Jamarcus Russell, to only have 2, now 3 passes of over 20 yards, that Florida secondary has done a great job.
Here's the stretch. That's short. 3rd down.
Remember now, Notre Dame came from 17 points down in the 4th quarter. This is a 16-point game, and Florida admitted it. They're not Michigan State, I understand that, but they run a similar offense. It's very hard for them to control the ball with the running game.
4 fourth-quarter drives in overtime for Jamarcus Russell. 3rd and a foot.
Not a gimme. This is where they fumbled the snap before.
That was on the 1-yard line. They get this one. Appears to have gotten the first down at the 49. Ali Broussard. And for more on the Florida defensive line, let's check in with Tracy Wolfson.
Thanks, guys. We spoke to defensive coordinator Greg Madison. He told us he sees 7 starters on this defensive line, and he makes sure his players know that. Madison told us that one day Urban Meyer told them to stand up, and Derek Harvey, who is listed behind Ray McDonald on the depth chart, did not. He said, starters stand up, and Harvey did not. And Madison said to him, never do that again. You stand up, because even though you're listed and you're not the first one in, you are a starter.
All right, Trace. Another pass complete in the flat. Early Doucette, number 9. And we've got a moment. Let's go back to New York. Here's Tim Brand.
Georgia Tech, Vern, trying to come from behind against Maryland, make a quality choice. Tashard choice. makes Georgia Tech 15 yards. They now lead 27-23 in the wacky ACC. These two teams at NC State are the only teams that don't have a conference loss. Vernon Garrett.
Who would have ever thought that in that conference?
The rather confused State,
Yes.
huh? On first down, here's the handoff, left side. Hester out of the tackle, gets a block downfield. Do not count LSU out of this.
Can't give up on a game. You never. I thought LSU got a little dispirited here. They just lost their spirit. They had a touchdown called back. You see the running game. Hester doing a good job. Good blocking up front. Florida's thinking pass. Then they fumbled the snap, get the penalties, the roughing the pass, and I think even the jump pass took a lot out of LSU. They need to have something good happen to them, and the only way to do that is do it yourself and put points on the board.
Thomas Seiler, Ryan Smith leading the way defensively, and that's not to mention Reggie Nelson. Here's Jamarcus Russell, has to throw this one away. Intended for Dwayne Bowe, number 80, or Doucette rather.
It's kind of a catch-22. You don't have confidence that your offensive line can block and give you time, so you roll your quarterback. And when you roll your quarterback that far out, you're really only be able to throw to about 15 yards of the width of the field. Instead of using all 53, you're throwing to about 15. Florida's just too good, too fast, too many athletes to just attack 15 yards on the field.
2nd and 10. Justin Vincent is now the running back. Overthrown.
Missed them badly. Wow.
3rd and 10. Wrap up all of today's action tonight at 9 Eastern with SEC Football Nation on CSTV, the 24-hour college sports network from CBS Sports. 3rd and 10.
Definite, well, would it be? 4-down territory, maybe not. You know, field goal is 3 points is big here. It's an interesting choice for Les Miles, whether if he doesn't make it, does he kick the field goal?
Bowe and Davis go wide to the right, joined now by Early Doucette. Jamarcus Russell flips it out one-on-one. Hester tackled Ryan Smith.
Led it all the way. Actually, the screen led the back out too far. Led him away from his blocking backs. And I think from this far out now, 4th and 15. See, the screen was too far out, away from the protection. And Ryan Smith, who's really coming on as a football player, really getting comfortable in the speed in the SEC, is really making plays. No matter, I'm just wondering if LSU just doesn't go for a field goal on this. Just take the 3 points and make it a 2-touchdown game. Whatever you do, hurry up and do something.
Yes. Colt David does hurry on. Jamarcus Russell on the sideline. Matt Flynn, the backup quarterback, is the holder. 45 yards for Colt David. Perfect.
That was the percentage play. Now you don't have to get 2 touchdowns and 2-point plays. You can just get touchdowns.
11:53 to go in the ball game. Florida leads it by 13.
And now it's time for our Geico scoring recap.
LSU opened the scoring. Jacob Hester from Jamarcus Russell, 2-yard touchdown, 7-0, 4th time. Florida had trailed in conference play. Here's the freshman, the load, Tim Tebow, tied it up on a 1-yard run, 7-7. And here was the play of the game, the jump pass. Tebow, Tate Casey just before halftime, 14-7. And then the muff on the kickoff by Early Doucette, the big hit by Riley Cooper. Safety, Lewis Murphy from Tim Tebow, 35 yards, 23-7. And just a moment ago, Colt David from 45 yards out knocks it home. We stand at 23-10 with 11:53 to go.
LSU might get the ball back 3 times, most likely probably just 2 times. They almost have to play a perfect game or get some help from Florida. Michigan State, remember, turned that ball over twice in the last 8 minutes.
And here's where Florida, I would think, misses Deshaun Wynn.
Oh, yeah. Good point, Fern. Absolutely good point. That is, he's a tough guy to tackle. Remember, Tebow's averaging 7 yards per rush. The rest of the team is averaging 3 yards a rush. Do you dare put in Tebow?
Chris Jackson taken by Brandon James, number 25. Got a block upfield. Jukes his way out of a tackle. Finally dropped. He was close, wasn't he? And a flag is down.
Yeah, he can run, can he? We saw it already. Tennessee when they called one back.
He had an 89-yarder for a punt return touchdown that was wiped out by a penalty, and this fine run is going to be.
And remember, defensive line coach Greg Madison had to talk Urban into giving a scholarship to the running back. How does Greg Madison know this guy can run?
Brandon James played for St. Augustine High School. Tim Tebow for Nice. High school football news here in Florida.
Right.
Nice defeated St. Augustine 24-21 the other night.
Wow.
TIAA. Kref, college football today, time permitting. Back in New York, here is Chris Leak. That's a 27-yard penalty because they start at the 10 instead of the 37. Keyston Moore breaks the tackle, surges out near the 20-yard line. Nice run on first down.
Yeah, that was a huge break, a tackle by Gene Francis right there. Keyston Moore runs right through number 90. Big, tall, 300-pounder for LSU, has him wrapped up. Watch here. Lunch pail, makes the play, and it's exactly what he was looking for.
Second down and 1. Keyston Moore for the day, 8 carries, 32 yards. Mentioned Deshaun Wynn, the starter, out with a knee injury. Second and 1. And the clock now at 10:50. Quick flip, right side, one-on-one on the edge. Percy Harvin, number 8. Gets a first down at the 23. Now Florida currently 5th. Ohio State, among the remaining opponents, they've got Michigan. Everybody's waiting for that one. USC, they get all 3 of those teams at home, Gary.
Right.
West Virginia plays Louisville and Rutgers, and then Florida. This unbelievable schedule.
And
LSU at Auburn.
And what's not on there is the SEC championship, where they might have to beat Arkansas or Auburn again to finish off the season.
First down and 10. Steve Rissler snaps it back. And off Keyston Moore. 23-10 here. Let's go back to New York. Once again, here's Tim.
All right, Vernon, Gary. Michigan is one of those teams that controls its destiny because they get Ohio State. Chad Henne with his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. Super Mario Manningham, the Ball Bunyan Trophy, looks to be headed to Michigan. And speaking of style points, Vern, your Bulldogs on a 63-yard punt return for the touchdown. Texas Lutheran ekes out a W over Howard Payne. Vern.
Mighty Bulldogs. Thank you very much. And Tim Tebow is back in the lineup. He'll run it. You know, Gary, we were talking about Tebow. Played at Nice High School. Take a look and run us through the highlights.
Well, they had a great package today for this football game. They knew they were going to have to come up with something special for Tebow besides his strength. Ran the quarterback sneak, the quarterback draw, and then the jump pass. Billy Donovan was out of practice. I did not know why, but you can see now why. And then the fake draw and the touchdown pass in the middle. You think Donovan showed him that double clutch jump pass?
Oh, I think so.
No, I didn't see Billy Donovan. I was just kidding.
Well, Tebow is on the bench. It's 3rd and 3. And Chris Leak back on the field. 3rd and 3, 8:45 to go. Chris Leak learns from Tebow. Did he get it?
I don't think so.
Well, that's
it's
a second
real
time
close.
now.
It is real close.
Might bring the chain out.
Followed number 42. Quarterback draw. They were going to try to, again, keep LSU off balance. Think pass. There it is. Does he fall thrower? Do you see right there? Jesse Daniels is there. Landry is there. And this time, remember 2 years ago or last year when Chris Leak kind of on 3rd down kind of went away from the hit? That time he did not avoid the hit.
Now here is the stretch.
Oh my.
Wow.
That's 3 minutes.
Yes. Yes.
That's 2.5 minutes easy. You watch. This 24-second clock. Chris Leak will snap it with 2 or 1 seconds left before the first snap right here. Start the clock, and that clock will be running. They're gonna be under 8 minutes before second down.
Let's see how long he lets it come down. 15 seconds to go. Yep, with 9.
That's a mental mistake.
Yeah.
It's a mental mistake.
Put the milking stool down and
absolutely. You know,
let it wind down.
2 seconds, 3 seconds here. You remember Jamarcus Russell hit it against Arizona State last year with seconds to go, 4th down play. Every second counts.
Now 4 substitutions on second down. Harvin, Faison, Jamel Cornelius.
2 true freshmen in this football game.
Yeah. And Chris Leak with second down and 9, and the clock at 7:34. This is Jared Faison. He gets the handoff. Dances to the left. Chris Leak looking for somebody to block and couldn't find a soul.
Facing a high school quarterback, still learning to be a receiver. I can promise you he will be a great one before he leaves here. Goes one way, comes back the other way, and Chris Leak